campaigning for them. But I'm saying, if I was the one to vote, honestly, I would, want to work with those people.
That's true. That's those are the kind of things that you have to look at when you are voting, to be like, okay, this person has tangible things to show. We can see his work. We don't have to ask a lot of questions. There are people out there in the football who are doing things that we can see, but unfortunately, their names are being pushed aside. I can say sometimes I look at Mr. Benza. Now it's Honorable Benza. He has done so much for our football. He's got a team in the Premier League. He's got a team in the Division 1. He's got a team in the Women's League. I think now he's got another team. I'm not sure. But you can look at those kind of things, and then you hear the comments of people who are against him. Like, come on, this person is a football person at heart. Why don't we embrace this kind of people? Why don't we put these people in the important positions to run our football? But then I think it becomes a matter of we need to put this one in place, we need to put that one in place. But then we ask ourselves, what have those people done? They have nothing, yet we skip those who have something.
That's the problem. I think we need to address that as soon as possible if our football is to go, is to go forward. Because whatever you represent, right? If I'm not part and parcel of it, I should not use that, judgment for things that affect us in the long run. For example, let's say I was a Dynamo's fan, right? I should not take what you have done with caps and try to discredit you. Just say, he's coming from caps, so no, he's not fit for that. I'll give an example of the Prophet. Prophet, my guy. Right? Whether you agree with what they do at PhD, that's something else. But the fact that gentleman managed to build a stadium.
For the football.
He managed to build a hotel. And then
he has helped our national teams over the years.
Exactly. Not just with money, right? But you see the infrastructure. So we can't say when we are towards elections, first then we say 5 O levels.
but that's how our football is. It's more of eliminating certain individuals. It will be like, okay, if we say 40 candidates to be above 40 years, then we are already eliminating certain people. Okay, a candidate should have resided in Zim for more than 2 years. Then we are already eliminating certain people. This and this. It's like it's elimination rather than being like, okay, we've got how do we say, elections coming up. So people who are interested, put your names forward, and then we look at, okay, who is available, than to be like, you have to have this, you have to have, don't, come on.
No, I understand. It's a problem, Cephas.
It is.
Because like what you just said is like, okay, they do a scan on the person and look at what is it that he doesn't have. And then they play that card, but it's not progressive.
No, it's
going forward. Like what I've been complaining about in the past, that we can't say our home game, we have to travel all the way to South Africa, and so look at it, who is benefiting is South Africa in terms of tourism, and it's more of an expense on our part. And also another thing, Sifa, there was a point during the ban where cricket started being popular more than our football, because people had cricket was an alternative, but we are known as a football nation. Among countries like Nigeria, South Africa. Well, it's in between rugby, cricket, and us, we were known for football. How do you feel about that?
When it comes to cricket, at that moment, I was not even bothered because the cricket was the national team. It's not a club cricket where you would be like, okay, it's a Takashinga versus Tuskers, and then there are thousands and thousands of people. It was not like that. It was the national team game, and there are numbers and numbers and numbers. So for me, it was a normal thing to do because at the end of the day, if you take a national team football, there will be also thousands of people. It's only the biggest problem is now with the clubs, the football clubs of Zimbabwe, like they have to do more to get the people back to watch the matches. But yesterday, the match against Scotland against the Triangle, the numbers, it was impressive. So I think, the more football is doing good, the more people will come back to watch the matches at the stadium.
Yes.
So, but
I agree. I agree, Cephas. Because if you see this period now, I think we're getting there to clubs like to countries like South Africa. The fans on the fan side, like the Orlando Pirates fan. When it's a derby between Chiefs and Pirates or something else. So I'm happy to see teams like Chegutu Pirates. When you look at their socials,
exactly,
you see the vibe that is coming from Scotland. The fans, even the launch, they did the launch. You can see that things are.
The things are okay. And the other thing that, let's say for our local football clubs, what they need is the small, compact stadium. The one from Simba Ball. I watched the match today against Platinum. It's compact, it's small. So it means if they've got maybe 2,000, 3,000 fans inside there, it really looks full. The atmosphere is good now, but the biggest problem is that most teams will be playing in a stadium like a Rufaro Stadium, a 30,000 seater, and then if you've got 2,000 supporters, only 2,000 supporters, people can say, okay, this is not nice. Sometimes you have to look at also in the Zambian League. I do watch some highlights of Zambian League. They also have those small, compact stadiums. And then they are always like full. The atmosphere is amazing. So if we have those kind of things, like before there was Remuka Stadium, there was Baghdad Stadium, there was the one from Shabani, the atmosphere was amazing. So we have to have those kind of small ones. The one from Yada is also a nice.
It's a nice one, yes.
Yes, those are the things that we need for our local clubs, not the big ones. We cannot fill them up.
Okay. Yeah. So I agree. So you mean like at the moment, let's start with small stadiums, filling those small stadiums, and also flighting all those moments on social media so that the hype is there, and we go back to the days when soccer was soccer. You could go. I remember my father would send me to buy a newspaper because he wants the match, but he wants to see how those reporters will write his favorite games and everything like that.
It is like that.
I think we're making progress because, to be honest, the situation that we were in 2001 and 2, it was bad. I remember you could ask someone, which local team is playing? They will not even know.
That's true. That's true.
In that period, people will not even know the first 11 of Dynamos.
Yeah, it is.
And football was just dead.
Yeah.
So it's good that we, So let's talk about, we're still on the association, but let's talk about management, financial management, also preparing for fixtures.
Yeah.
When you were playing for the Warriors, let's say going to major tournaments like Egypt, I spoke with one guy. I won't mention the name because what he told me was controversial. But I'm going to highlight some of it. Because this gentleman, what he told me, I asked him, then I said, Ndara, hey, How was it like when you were going? They said, my brother, there was no training sessions being conducted. We were always boycotting. And the interesting part is like you told me that you passed through Sundowns, right?
No, I think it's the other group. For us, we went to Egypt, then we went to France. I think the other group, because there were two different tournaments in Egypt, 2006, and then some time later, yeah. For us, it was in France.
Also, it was like the Warriors from Zimbabwe. You went straight to France with Benji.
Yeah.
To
yes. Yeah.
Or you didn't pass through South Africa?
No. The South Africa thing was the flight. We were flying from Zim, then to Johannesburg, and then from Johannesburg we had to go to Egypt. We had to play a friendly game in Egypt, then go to France. Yeah.
Then you also played Morocco along the way, right? Before you
yes. After France, we came back to Morocco. Then we went to Egypt. Yes.
So which means so. That story was not consistent. Anyway, you went on to say that you guys were boycotting training sessions, citing that you needed your bonuses. And then there was a gentleman by the name Dick DeBoer.
He's the one who said, who came as an assistant coach, yes.
Yes. He came and sat with you guys and said, look here, guys, the game against Morocco, people, they don't know that you're playing it. So you rather play it, but go boycott the next game. Yeah.
I don't think Dick was really involved that much because I don't think he even knew what he was doing there. I mean it. You know, it's one of those things where you look back and say, wow, that's why we did not do more, because he was just robbed in a last minute for the AFCON tournament. We did not know him. He did not know our group. And then later on, after the tournament, he was writing to Zifa to ask for his money. And then one of the things he said was, I'm just a school teacher. I was on my kind of leave. For me to join you guys for that tournament. I missed a lot of income. Now I do need my money. So those kind of things did not help matters. But indeed, just before the tournament, we had a lot of meetings to do with our monies. Because with other countries, like in Belgium, before the start of the qualifiers, they sign contracts to be like, at this moment you'll get this, at this moment you'll get this. So from the beginning of the tournament until the end of the tournament, like the beginning of the qualifiers, until the end of the tournament, they would know what's going to happen. But for us, at that moment before the 2006 AFCON, it was always like you come to play a match, you are negotiating for which kind of money we need, and the next game you will come, you're like, oh, you owe us from the other game. So it kept on doing like that. And then the day we had to fly out of Zim, it was really like, no, we need our bonuses for the qualifiers. We are not going.
Okay.
Really, and there was a big fight, with the Zifa officials. They are like, no, Egypt has paid for you for the tickets, so the plane is waiting for us in South Africa. We really have to go. And for the players, we were saying, no, we are not leaving Zim without our money. So that's
I just want to clarify, because I want to see if that person who was telling me the truth. So he told me that, like, you guys, you had a setup in camp whereby the coach calls the captain. The captain goes door to door assembling you guys for a meeting, right?
Yeah.
Then, like you guys, you told the captain at that time, Peter, you told him that no, you have issues with the association, and like you wanted to speak with them.
I think the thing is one thing that people have to understand is